All right, let's go get it, kid.
All right.
Carry on. Continue.
So, in Naha, was there a lot of street fighting, or what? Was the combat
Relatively
like?
little, actually, because it was all, they were pretty well beat up by the time we went through it.
Mhm.
I mean, the shelling, the bombing planes from the ships,
Mhm.
there was a building, only just one building standing, that was the general's headquarters. That's so true. Yeah, but later on, then there was a lot of fighting in the woods, you know, in the area there, because they were encamped, pretty much so. But as we was marching down, getting a picture in the corner, and so a lot of them jumped off the cliffs.
Really?
Yeah. But the sad part about that whole thing was, they had those poor Okinawan people brainwashed and told them that the Marines were going to rape them and kill them and eat them. So they were jumping off the cliffs, the poor people.
Did you witness any of this?
Yeah, I saw them jumping right off because they thought we were going to do all this bad things to them. And the ones who didn't, when we caught them and got them and fed them and patched up their wounds and everything else, they just couldn't believe it. They didn't believe the Americans were doing this to them, patching them up, paying them. Matter of fact, we felt like having a little pig roast one time. There was a little lull in the fighting. So my friend and I went to this farm we found, and this guy had two little piglets, about 30 pounds each, So I motioned to him what I wanted. Oh, he was bowing. So when I told out the invasion money, and I let him take all he wanted, oh, he cut it, he killed it. Oh my God. The guys went back in the cabin, they had the fires going to a pit, and we had a barbecue. Ham, 2 hams, 2 short. Hey, what a day that was. One of the guys got a big can of pineapple. The pineapple and the juice, and that was basted on that. Oh, man, what a feast that was. And I got a case, because I had a Japanese rifle. I was going to send it home, but I never got to it. And this guy from the Air Force came by, and he wanted to give me a quart of 190 proof sick bay alcohol for the rifle. Fair trade, here you go. I got all my boys in my platoon on that drunk. You couldn't cut the pineapple juice or grapefruit juice, couldn't cut it with that one shot of it. That's 190 proof? That's dynamite, boy. So my boys had a good night that night. Oh, yeah. Man, you'd be amazed at the stuff you drank. Oh. Raisin Jack, Apple Jack, what was it? Bay rum. Oh, yeah, put that right through bread, strain it. Yeah, it's not bad.
I've heard about that being done.
Yeah, well, I can tell you yes, it was done. I can tell you for sure.
Another question: were you in the fighting? Do you see that you were one of the younger people, or were there a lot of people that were really young on Okinawa Marine?
Well, I was one of the younger ones.
Did anyone ever remark about, oh wow,
kids fighting?
He's a lot younger than.
No, that was we're all Marines, and that's all we cared about.
Okay.
But I was one of the, not the youngest one, but one of the younger ones.
Can you speak towards any, like the Japanese and the fanatical Japanese?
Well, they take koi, you come out, and a couple other things like that. We did, basically that's all we learned, yeah.
No, I mean like, can you speak about any experiences firsthand with Japanese being fanatical, or?
Well, yeah, we had one of them that was, he didn't want to away. It was finally one of my friends. We got a couple of little hits here and there. He came our way of thinking. But basically, when they gave up, that was a big shame for them.
Yeah.
That was very a disgrace, giving up.
Did you ever take any prisoners?
Well, yes, I took prisoners because it was, they were all in that group, and we caught them, and we just rounded them up and marched them back, and then some officers took over from there, carried them to the prison camp. But basically, I mean, that was trivial at that time.
So, the conditions on the island throughout the fighting, along with the mud, and I heard it just resembled World War I trench fighting. Was it really?
Basically, yes, it was.
Was it really that bad?
It was that way, yes. You were fighting from your foxhole. Oh, run out there.
No, we're good. I was just looking at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, basically, those foxholes, you had to get deep enough that you're underneath it. And I got screwed. I was so damn tall. I had a bigger foxhole. These other munchkins, they were all right. They were already in there, and I'm still digging. Especially when you get the coral. That was hard digging the coral. But the mud was nice. But then you never knew it crawled over you at night, though.
Did you ever experience Japanese infiltration at night?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. They came right by. And fortunately, the other guy got him before he got to our foxhole.
Did it happen?
Doesn't sound good.
Did it happen more than once?
Well, once definite. The other ones were all in the area.
Oh, okay.
Because they were trying to get us all sleeping, and you don't sleep really.
Yeah.
I mean, you got one eye open and one ear open, and only thing is when you're gonna go to the bathroom, you can't go to the bathroom and pee out there. You let it go.
In the foxhole.
What else can you do with it, right? You gotta get rid of it.
Yeah. Was it ever difficult to distinguish civilians from Japanese?
Oh yes. Oh yes, that was very hard because the Japanese used the civilians as decoys or their clothing. You didn't know if it was a little man or an old lady, but there was a machine gun under there. I guess that's true.
So
they were very, very sneaky that way.
Did you guys ever find yourselves just shoot first, ask questions?
Well, you had to kind of, really, you know. But you were right most every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the evidence right there. You got the gun in hand there. Or sometimes they put a grenade to blow themselves up, and you're next to them. Because the life is over. Banzai, you know, that's be a big hero.
By that point in the war, were they doing a lot of banzai attacks?
Yes, yes, because they were desperate because they knew that the next place is mainland, to our next spot we're headed, and they had to protect the homeland because they had these guys, suicide bombers. They put them plane, put the gas in, and put the bomb and head for the ship or wherever.
I know you touched on that a little bit before, but were there any specific instances that you saw while you were on the island? Could you see the naval battles?
Well, there was a lot of naval action going on there. We saw a lot at the first beginning because we were going up north and we weren't molested too much. It was bothered with the Japanese. Some, you know, not like down south. Yeah, so we guess at night was like the fireworks of 4th of July.
Really?
Oh, yeah, the traces going on, and you know, the bombs blowing up. And once in a while, the magazine would get hit. The magazine was out in the ship, and that makes it a lot of noise. Believe me. And you say, well, those guys in that ship, they're gone. Crazy world.
Now, you were on Okinawa when President Roosevelt died.
Yes,
Did that affect anyone's morale? Or?
Well, yeah, but we knew someone was going to take over.
Yeah.
Because that's the way this country works. You know, you're not blowing out that big boss right away, you know. So it did affect us some, but not that much because we knew that somebody, we didn't know who, of course. Yeah. And who was Harry S. Harry S. Who knew what he was going to do.
What about with the end of the war in Europe? Did you guys just say, oh, wow, that has nothing to do with us?
No, we were still fighting.
Yeah.
We knew that eventually it was going to catch up. But we knew that that wasn't bothering us because we had one ship that came over to join our force was from the Europe theater. And I think it was the 13th or 12th or 13th straight invasion without going back to the States. I said, those guys deserve a medal. You know, but not just us. Those guys, they worked, you know, they put in their time and they paid their dues. And a lot of people don't know how much those guys worked.
Looking back on Okinawa, a lot of historians say that it was the worst battle of the Pacific War. Do you have any thought? Or?
Well, I would go along with that, I'll tell you the truth. Because it was the longest one. And the only one good thing about it was the invasion day was not a bloody mess like Tarara, and there was other ones where they died on the beach getting in. But the rest of the time when we were there, it was murder. It was tough.
I heard it was called the Typhoon of Steel.
Yes, we caught that too. On top of all the weather mess, we had a typhoon, and of course the mud. That was very historic, the mud. And food. We were so far ahead of the headquarters that we were eating 1941 sea rations from Australia. Cold because you couldn't eat them. You know, you couldn't light a fire. And then a lot of guys started getting the turkey trots. You know, so that's when the doctors gave my colonel the house. These men stopped. They're not going to go any further until they get a hot meal, some bread, and the doctor stopped everything right there in the spot. We stopped, and they brought the stuff up through a big truck, hot food, bread. Oh,
that must have been nice.
Heaven. And that's when we get the 10-to-1 rations, which is a different, sea ration. It's a little packet, you had chocolate in there, and a delicacy. You had real food, oh my God. It was great to do that, believe me. 10-to-1 rations, yeah, that saved a lot of people, boy. That sea rations, one can, you open that can, and the grease, it's a grease ball.
Mm-hmm. From Naha, did you continue down to the end of the peninsula?
Yeah, we went right down to almost to the right to the end.
Just to clean them out.
Yeah, it was just clean up.
Were you near Sherry Castle, or is that the first?
Yeah, we went right by it.
Okay.
Beautiful place it was.
Yeah.
They messed it all up.
Were you also near Wana Ridge at all?
No, I don't think we hit that in that area at all.
So when the battle finally came to an end,
Thank you, God.
How did you manage to survive? How do you think was it a mix of training?
Well, I think God was watching me and helping me out a lot, because I prayed to him a lot. His mother too. I guess it was just really luck. Sort of. Well, you had to use your initiative on getting around, maneuvering, and I think it was just a determination that I wanted to fight the Japanese and I wanted to go home alive, get all in one piece. That might have been lucky, but we had to be lucky, really.
I remember you saying your unit suffered 100%?
Yeah, 120% casualty, and we'll see what happens. You get wounded and you run right back.
Yeah.
So you get counted twice, or 3 times. We had different ones, yeah.
Plus replacements.
Yeah, replacements, and they got beat up. And I felt so bad. We had one group of kids came in, and they were finishing boot camp on Okinawa. They hadn't even been to the rifle range.
Wow.
And don't you think a shell landed right there and get 2 of them, wiped them right out? Just green kids? I said, they were using us as fodder, that's all. Send us up there, shoot up. You get a little down on them after a while, You see these young kids and then they're asking a hole in the ground and get killed.
Did any of those replacements like that ever survive, or was it just really?
Oh, some did. But boys, basically, they're green. They're real green, and thank God, they did get home safe at the end. But we were, like I say, after when it ended, we were staying on the island for a few more weeks. And before the time I left, it was July 10th, I think, when I got off that island. Mm-hmm. That's when we caught the typhoon going to Guam.
What was that like on the LSD?
Oh, that was, thank God I had my stomach in good condition, because even the captain, not the captain, one of the sailors who was bragging, sailor shit, and he got sick. We laughed at him, boy. I remember one of the guys says, hey, don't push your luck. These are Marines. They just got off that rock. They went there since April 1st. Don't push your luck. And as luck would have, we got rid of that. Well, because the ship is out of the water and it wax down there, and that propeller's going around and there's no water.
Yeah.
Then boom. But that was an experience. I said, what's happening? Why can't I get home safe? So then we set on Guam. They dropped the bomb. Oh.
And you were slated to invade Japan.
That was the next stop. Yeah, we were getting ready to form, shape up, and get ready for the next invasion. But I don't know how long that would have taken to get it ready. Because
was that going to be what island were you going to invade? Do you know?
The mainland.
I know, but do you know which island?
No. I'll be honest with you, no. But we assumed it would be the mainland of Japan itself. Tokyo. Hello. Where are they going to send the Marines? Where are they going to send them? The back of the bus? No. Up front. I'm not going to get. The house is haunted. The house is haunted.
So were you on Guam when the war officially
When the
ended?
bomb dropped, I was on Guam. Matter of fact, my friends and I went to see another guy from Bristol who's in the Navy. He's a radio man, and he's on duty, so we stole a Jeep. Well, we borrowed a Jeep, and we took a ride down there. We got by all the cars and everything else. And we made a nice little visit, had a few beers from the slop shoot he had to, drink with it. And so we're heading home. I said, hey, how am I going to get by those guys now? I got no pass. We're driving in a hot Jeep. Hey, don't worry about it, Ralph. We'll con them. So they said, the guy in the Jeep, the guards over there, like, come on, what's the matter? The war's over. What do you mean the war's over? What happened? They dropped the atomic bomb. No! Yeah! So we went right through, like, no, but they didn't stop. Got a hot Jeep, get back there, let it go. So we got on that one all right.
And so, how long were you on Guam before you went to China?
Let's see, that was, you dropped the bomb, what day was that now? March, April, May, June? Yeah, because then we left.
It was in August.
August. Then in September we were on our way to China. Except the Japanese surrender in northern China.
Mm-hmm.
The 6th Marine Division, they put us aboard ship and sent us up north to northern China. And we went to the headquarters we took over was the Bank of China's, the Japanese had taken over. So we got them all out of there. We stayed in those barracks. Well, they were like home rooms, and we stayed in there. And then it was practicing drilling and practicing marching, all for show.
So instead of, it wasn't really like an occupation where you had to.
No. We didn't have to occupy because it was in China, and we hadn't fought with China at that time.
Yeah.
It was just Japan. So they were all secured and out of the country, or going out of the country. And like I say, it was practice, marching, drilling, and the officers, except in the Japanese, big show, platforms, swords, and the whole 9 yards. Because there's so many guys out there, you look like a little munchkin, you can't pick out who it is, and you see those guys up there. And that's when they accepted their surrender in northern China, Tsingtao.
There were no hostilities with that, right? It was
No, that was all pretty calm. The only hostilities we had was the Chinese stealing stuff from their warehouses. You shot them bastards right at the spot and got a vacation. Colonel signed a 7-day leave or 3-day leave for you.
So, after the war ended and you finally came home, what were some of your best and worst memories?
Well, my best memories of my girlfriend was there at the train station in Providence with my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother beat them all to run to me. Grandma beat them all. Yeah, that was good. My kid brother was everybody went to the train to meet me at the train station. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the biggest thing was I come home, I got no clothes except the GI clothes. And I walk in the store and the guy said, "There's nothing your size, sir." Not even asking, nothing your size. I said, "I need your clothes." I got my green pants and jeans, I go with them. What am I going to wear? The other clothes didn't fit me because I went from a boy to a man, practically,
Uh-huh.
So, shoes, because they had, the shoes weren't as good quality as they are today.
So did you just have to walk around Bristol in your Marine Corps gear?
For a few months I wore, yeah. If I went to church or anywhere, I had my green pants and a khaki blouse and the tan tie to go with it. That was, and then of course my hat, the fist cover. I had that to wear. But basically, I didn't have any clothes to wear. Civilian clothes. Finally, things started getting a little better. I got a shirt. Oh boy, I got a shirt. Wow. And then, because my wife, to be there, she bought me a little something like that. She made one mistake though. She bought me some pajamas. So I don't wear pajamas. Honey, I wish I were a smile to bed. The shock of that poor little Portuguese girl. It's true.
So, looking back on your days in Okinawa, what were some of your best and worst memories there?
Well, the barbecue was good.
Uh-huh.
And I've made a lot of friends there. A lot of kids from the Boston area.
Really?
And my friend, like I said, George and Nicholas, my pal from Pawtucket. And the friendship that I had, a lot of good guys there. One kid was from Florida. They were scattered all over. Our outfit was made for people all over. It wasn't one of these Southern companies, this or that. We would just mix and match. And most of them were all good guys. Once in a while you get a clunker. Oh, it had to be, you know. But the thing was that when you're a Marine, I don't know if I can explain it to you, but it's from the core, you know. I mean, it's in. It's in you forever. Even now, my friend Manny Gennaro, he just passed away from the Sunshine Oil. But a couple of 2-3 months ago he passed away. He wasn't a Marine, but he was after. He was in Korea. So I mean, those were always so funny. You know each other. You know, it's something you've all been through. This boot camp and the regular, you know, all the good stuff that you keep you humming. And you know, you gotta. They say, you know, you gotta have a coin with you. Like I got one coin anywhere. See, you can call without that. You gotta buy the drinks. I got 2 different ones too. You know, you gotta have some kind of a coin. You know, and every year when the Marine Corps birthday, we have a big bash. Well, now it's with the Alpine Country Club. All Marines only. You civilians, no. We don't allow civilians. Women Marines and Marines, yeah. No civilians. That's a night we have. Nice meal, tickets with chances and stuff like that. You know, we get together. The general gives us a big message for our birthday. You know. And 3 years ago, my friend Manny and I and 4 other guys went up with 3 different bands to Quantico for the Marine Corps birthday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a party. That was a party. And we went to the PX, the slot shoot. It's run by a retired colonel, and he, it's just Marines in there. When you go in and get a lunch, the wives of the guys that go there, they complain. Oh, it's too much food. So the guy says, ma'am, I serve Marines here. And then they'd eat it and shut up. And they have a big cake for the birthday. So I'm sitting there talking, and then all of a sudden say, hey, when were you a Marine? I said, show them the date. I go, oh, you're this one here. Come on, you got to cut the cake. The oldest Marine there.
Wow.
What an honor. That's how it is. The older you are, you know, the better it is, I guess. I don't know. I did want to be a Marine all my life, and I was, and I'm still a Marine.
Yeah, once always.
Yeah, and I laugh because I go to my dentist, Dr. Kerwin and Warren, and he worries about hurting people. Dentists that want to hurt people, come on, you gotta love hurting people. Huh? So I said, nah, Doc, I was a Marine, you can drill. Son of a bitch. And then he gets my daughter in the chair, a little later on. Oh, Carol, I didn't mean to hurt you. Hey, my father was a Marine, that didn't hurt me. He gets all laughter. He's the kind of guy you can talk to, you know, he's a great guy.
So, did you have any regrets or anything after? Was there anything that stuck out, like, oh?
No, I had no regret about being a Marine and fighting and all that stuff.
Or anything that happened on Okinawa?
Well, no, I didn't. I wasn't one of those guys that did all that raping and killing crap. No, I didn't. If a girl didn't want to go to bed with me, she didn't have to go to bed with me. I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Just nothing around anyway.
Yeah.
That age. Now it's a miracle.
Also, did you experience any PTSD or anything? Did you have a hard time dealing with that?
No, I adapted pretty well.
Yeah?
Well, my wife kept me pretty much straight and narrow. Not that she'd be hollered at her, barked at her, but I guess I just sort of took it like a duck to water or something. I don't know.
Huh. I mean, I asked that.
I had no dreams that woke me up. Once in a while, I used to in the beginning, but that's been long gone.
I asked because on occasion, sometimes there's a couple people that I've talked to who I can tell they really don't want to talk about.
Oh yeah, I know just what you mean.
Sometimes, but like the guy who I interviewed earlier was a Marine also. You might know him, Bill Conley.
Oh yeah, Bill, my boy, big boy. Yeah, good kid.
I was just at his house, and he's open with it just like you are.
Yeah, yes.
But,
yeah, well, he's a nice young man.
Yeah.
Well, not as young as he used to, but he's, yes. Well, the only thing I had in the beginning, I was in someone's yard. I think it was my daughter, my wife's in-law's yard or whatever it was. And you know when a bee goes zoom by you? Well, that had a couple of little, like it was like a rifle shot. The bullets going by it. But then that ball stops. That's the only thing I had, and that was only a little while. It was a zoom. You know?
Wow.
Because I did get a few close ones.
Alright. When someone is the war a big part of your life? Do you think about it often?
Not that much.
Yeah.
When I'm with the guys, you know, then we talk about it, think about it. But basically, I think of my kids, my grandkids, my great-granddaughter. You know, that's very important.
Uh-huh. Do you still talk to anyone who you served with, or do you have any buddies that you keep
No,
in touch with?
no, anyone that was, no one in my outfits around here. But I've got some Marine friends, but they were from Korea, the chosen few.
Oh, really?
My friend Joe Medeiros, he lives in Tiverton now, was from Bristol. The chosen few, he was there. And Manny Gennaro, he's died, you couldn't get him. And Panero boy, he just died a while back. So basically, the friends I have, they were all like after me. I mean, they were Korea. I was Okinawa, which is, am I that old already? What the hell happened? I couldn't wait to be say to join up. Right out of boot camp. Right out of boom.
Also, when someone says World War II, or when you got my letter.
Oh yeah. I got it right here yet. So.
What's the first thing that comes to mind? Like when you read that, you said, "Oh, this kid wants to interview me." What?
Yeah. I said, you know, I've been like dodging that mostly, you know.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell? Who cares about this? You know, hey, by the way, here's your envelope for your next, so you can get something to the next guy. You don't need this, right? Say to the staff, use it. Some of you, save the money. I can teach you everything. Huh? No, I says, and my daughter says, Dad, you should do that. Dad, you know, you got no record. You don't, you know, you go, we're not gonna have anything. I said, you get the medals over there, Cal. You know. So basically, I says, well, all right, I'm gonna do it. And you sound like a pretty good kid when I, you know, when you couldn't get your first name.
Fanasi.
Who?
Fanasi.
Tommy. No?
People call, I mean, that's the English translation, if that's what you want. You can call me that, I don't care.
No, Tanasi, that's good. That's your heritage. Stick with it, kid.
It's my grandfather's name, just like you were talking
Well, then
about.
there you go. My grandfather, Ralph, because he was Raphael. I got the English, I got Ralph.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
My mother was French, Canadian, and Irish. And grandma didn't like that crap too much. But that's a whole different world, isn't it?
Well,
I'm glad you did. Because now at least I got this, you know, I've got some kind of report somewhere in the shuffle that I did this, you know.
well, thank you very much.
Oh,
And,
you know, really, you've been great. It's been my pleasure to. I hope it helps.
Oh, yeah, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, that's perfectly all right, son. I just hope it helps you and you.